Let's tell a story together. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Hooray.
yeah, this one. There was once a sad king who wanted to find happiness. So he called his advisor.
Your Majesty, there's no such thing as true happiness. No one can be happy all the time.
But the king did not wish to believe his advisor. So, in disguise, he set off in search of happiness. He travelled far and wide, and he came across some people who had so much money, but they could never bear to be without it. There were others who were very beautiful, but they were never beautiful enough. Some were always rushing, always hurrying, just working their bits off, running around like crazy, but never arriving. There were others who were immersed in books about life, but they knew nothing about life itself. There was even one man who could not stop laughing. Surely he would be happy. But no, he was completely crazy. So as the king was returning home, he heard a song coming from the woods. As he entered the forest, he saw a woodcutter chopping wood by a small hut. Excuse me, sir. Why are you happy? You have nothing here. Riser! I found a happy man.
Oh, no, you haven't.
I have.
No, he's got enough food to eat. Take away his livelihoods, then he won't be happy.
So the king banned wood cutting, and again, in disguise, returned to the forest. Hello, this is me again. I heard that the king had banned wood cutting. Why are you still happy? He said.
I've still got my hands, and so I carve figures out of wood, and I sell them in the marketplace. Mitzvah gdola liot besimcha. Mitzvah gdola liot.
Advisor! He is still happy.
No. Well, if you, of course, he's still got his liberty. Take away his liberty, then he won't be happy.
What? So the king banned peddling and threw all peddlers into the army on low pay. And once more, he returned. Why are you still happy? The king apparently has thrown all peddlers into the army on low pay.
It's you. Oh yes, that's true. But you see, that they give us all a ceremonial sword, and it's made out of pure silver. Oh. But we never use it. So I've chopped off the blade, sold it in town, and replaced it with a wooden one. A mitzvah gedola.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Oh, it's a great mitzvah. It's a commandment to be happy all the time. Mitzvah gedola.
Advisor, you were wrong. He's still happy.
Threaten his life. Threaten his life. No one can be happy when they're faced with death itself.
So the king called an inspection. And he walked straight down the line of soldiers until he arrived close to the happy woodcutter. He stopped at the man who was standing next to the woodcutter. And he said, your uniform is a mess. And then he turned to the woodcutter. You, stop whistling. Chop off his head.
But Your Majesty, he's innocent.
Well, If you don't chop off his head, you will lose your own head. Suddenly, he remembered that he'd sold his blade in the marketplace and replaced it with wood.
Your Majesty, I will do as you command. But if this man is innocent, may God turn my sword into wood.
You're still happy. Look, it's me.
And
so the king sacked his advisor and appointed the happy woodcutter to take his place. For it is said that happiness begets happiness.